I mean, I would personally recommend the Maverick, and so would a lot of people. If you own the Frogger and not the Maverick, want to be our Air 1. Froggers do spawn of that. Moving forward is no weaponized vehicles. Sorry, no supercars. I don't care if you pull over. If I see a supercar, it's gonna be a strike. If you're confused on how to identify if it is a supercar you are using, press down on the D-pad while in the vehicle and look towards the bottom right of the screen. You will see its class and model. Moving forth is no weaponized vehicles. Basically, any vehicle with strikeable. So, for example, the Insurgent pickup is still a weaponized vehicle, even though it is realistic. It is still weaponized. So,
what if it's the
therefore, strikeable.
Insurgent van?
If it's the non-weaponized Insurgent, you may use it. Just keep in mind that VDM is pretty easy to do in that thing, and thus, be careful. Next up is no specialized vehicles. This is basically any Arena Wars vehicle, any vehicle with NOS. Yes, NOS, I don't care that NOS is realistic. Still no NOS. No boosts of any kind, no jumping, not to be confused with hydraulics. Hydraulics are allowed. In RP, they are not legal, but in RP, but out of RP, they are... I don't know how to say this. Basically, you won't be stricken for using hydraulics, but you will be pulled over by the police. Put it that way. Do not butt in. Next up is, if you're in a sports car, you must pull to the side of the road. If you do not pull over for cops while in a sports car, then it will be a strike. Same thing with super bikes, but super bikes, you will actually be warned before stricken. Basically, what happens is if you are on a super bike and you don't pull over, you will be warned, and then you will be stricken. With this is because a lot of people are confused as to what a super bike is and are not sure on how to identify it. With this said, basically a super bike is any motorcycle that can go about the speed of a sports bike or supercar. With moving forward is no disrespecting admins. Basically, I don't want you to potty mouth me, Amberly, or Lardman, which are, the three admins in this lobby. Yes, there are three of us. Speaking of which, you should show all of them with respect. Even if they do not have the power to kick you, they do have the power to tell me to kick you. They also have the power to strike you. So again, I can't stress this enough. Amberly and Lardman, say hi guys, are both active admins. And as thus, if you disrespect them or refuse to listen to them or anything of that sort, you will be stricken twice. And usually this follows up with a single strike. Let's say they sit you for fail RP and you refuse to talk to them because they're not the host. They're still admins, and guess what? You bet your ass you're gonna be kicked for it. Moving on, no disobeying admins. The same goes here. Disobeying should be pretty, direct. This is also worth 2 strikes. Basically, me, Amberly, and Ardman tell you directly to do something, then you're gonna do it, or you're probably gonna be kicked. And I know you're gonna be kicked actually for doing this because we're only gonna directly tell you to do something if it's following, resolving conflict, which usually leads in a strike.
Question from Radiated Tiger.
Radiated Tiger, that's 1 strike for interrupting me. Moving forward is, no increasing the party limit. I guess this doesn't really apply in this party, seeing as we have 16 people in here, but most of the time, if you're in a party for me and you get caught changing the party limit, and you don't fess up to it, it is a bannable, or sorry, not bannable, a kickable offense. Also, no minging. For those of you not familiar with Gmod RP, minging is basically trolling. If you've come here specifically to fuck with me, yeah, you're gonna be kicked. We move on. I usually do this in the midst of the rules, but I forgot to. Basically, I have a community for role-playing, and yeah, how it works with that one is if you want to become admin on the community, like Lardman and Amberly here, you gotta go through 3 RPs without, being able to fucking... Sorry, somebody's honking their horn annoyingly. If you know who it is, feel free to tell me. I don't care. Alright, moving forth, But yeah, basically, you need to go through 3 RPs without being struck once. Also, if you are ever kicked from a session, it automatically disqualifies you. But if you go through 3 RPs without being stricken once, you are then able to apply for admin. However, it does not mean any RPs. You have to specifically inform me when you want to start, you know, doing that so that I keep track. Because I'm not going to keep track of every single individual. Because I have enough people where that's too difficult for 1 person, or sorry, 3 people to do. Moving furthermore, also, if you are kicked from 3 of my RPs, that basically means you are going to be banned from the community. If you are not in the community, depending on how much I like you, you will either not be, invited to any more RPs, or blocked by me. Yeah, that just about concludes it. However, PTS is still active. PTS means permission to speak. Now, you may speak if you have a question regarding the rules and the rules specifically. Basically, if you're not, if you're confused on if you're allowed to do something. With that said, state your name and question.
Gta5 has a question.
Go ahead.
What if you said no? You're not allowed to run in sports cars. Like, what if like your sports car is definitely not faster than the police cars?
If
you don't have a chance to just easily get away, like you have to actually provide skill to get away from the cops.
unless it is like eyeball scrapingly slow, then I wouldn't recommend running because you might get reported for it. But
like if I'm still near them in the chase.
Joe, so to answer your question, Joe just asked me if he could apply for admin. Basically, if you, let's see how I state this. If you want to apply for admin, then I will start keeping track of you right now. Let me add you to my little shit list here. But yeah, if you're in a shitty sports car and you don't think people are going to report you for it, then you're fine.
Yeah,
Because if an admin moving forward.
Question from Radiated
permission to
Tiger.
speak.
Radiated Tiger.
So if you are, so I know you said no, flyable vehicles, but what if you're a civ and you want to do an air show? What are the rules on that?
You can't. Just
Okay.
find something else.
Alright.
Awesome.
And yes, Joe, I'm starting keeping track of you right now.
Raw.
No.
Bob Ross. I just wanted to
Phase,
say, bro,
I
this
did
is my
not.
second RP. And I kind of
Is
wanted
that
to... Diddy Black. This is my
Okay,
second
well,
one.
Diddy,
Lisa by Splash has a question.
what's up?
I apply for admin.
Splash Antelope. Pig.
Black, stop it. Huh?
I have a lot of people applying for admin right now. It's not really too open at the moment, but otherwise, yes. Basically, once if ask me regularly, and eventually it'll be open. But Joe just applied, so I'm gonna let him apply.
Raw.
I was gonna ask you, but I realized we're on my microwave.
Alright. Anybody else have questions?
Raw.
I'll get to that after these questions. State your
I have a
name
question.
if you're asking me a question. Don't just say Ross.
It's system. 2 things. Can I apply for admin? And what if you're black and you say the N-word?
I usually state this, sorry if I skimmed over. If you are black, you may say the N-word, yes. System, I know for a fact you are not black.
I'm just asking to make sure.
Wait, specifically which
Yo,
N-word?
why did I just get murdered for no reason?
N-word?
N-I-G-G-E-R.
I think you know the one, and if you don't, then
No
you're
one's
kind of
ever said
stupid.
stop.
Oh, nigger? Okay.
I have a
Yeah, that
question. I have a question.
State your name and question.
Miss Antelope, and what about hydraulics cars?
I literally stated something about that specifically in the rules.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. There's so much.
Hydraulics cars are indeed allowed.
Alright, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Again and again and again.
Something tells me you just weren't paying attention, waiting for
No,
dearest host to get done. It's
No,
okay if you were. It happens a
I
lot.
was
In
paying
fact, I
attention.
would have done the same thing.
I was
Honestly,
paying
I
attention,
forgot
but I
every
just
single
didn't hear
thing you
you
said
because
already.
there's like so much happening.
Another question from Radiated Tiger.
Go ahead, Radiated.
Are custom cop cars allowed?
Custom cop cars. Ah, yes, I have a bit of a policy. Basically, if you're using a personal vehicle as... guy with the thick Australian accent who just said, "Hey, fuck off." Care to enunciate your name? Because you were showing mad balls there with what you just said. I mean, kind of stupid that you're willing to do that, especially over me, and you don't even have the balls to say your name. I find that kind of funny.
Bitch.
That's sad.
It is, no cap.
Man, are you depressed now? Or what you
Let's
said?
all have a collective laugh at him. Anyway.
Loser. Loser.
Did somebody...
Mike, come on now, shut the fuck up.
Somebody is...
Sorry, Amberly.
Now,
Damn it, Amberly.
does anybody else have questions regarding the rules?
I use my Ford
Radiated
Raptor
Tiger,
as a cop car.
Radiated Tiger, go ahead. Again, I mentioned PTS is active.
You never stated actually, because the guy said that, the Australian guy, you never actually said what the policy was for personal vehicles.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, basically, if you have a, police... If your crew emblem is a police insignia, and you have that on the vehicle, along with a cop horn and appropriate color scheme, then you may use a personal vehicle. Otherwise, go find a cop car or bike. Also, another thing, if you are on a police bike, and I'm sure Amberly can tell you all about this, but if you are on a police bike, then you should not be using any lethals. Unless you're on foot. Also, if you're on a police bike, you cannot store a shotgun on a police bike. I should mention that.
I got a question.
And sawed-offs are illegal in the state of San Andreas, so you're not finding the loophole. Now, Amberly, did you want to state something?
Everyone, if you decide to use a police bike, in the SMG, you can have the SMG Mark II. It's the most compact and it's the most realistic.
What did you say, Amber?
Take that cop car.
This one right here?
man.
Yo, Amber, your mic's really low, bro.
Misty.
Yeah, Amberly, you're gonna need to turn up your mic.
Is this better?
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
Yeah, Misty Angela has a question.
Wait, Amberly, before you say anything,
Who wants
I
to say
join your
something
crew.
about a spotlight? Because...
Spotlights are beautiful and they deserve to burn, bud.
Spotlight out, moonlight out.
Misty Angela has a...
Up
I got a question.
Alright, everybody, PTS is still active. Amberly, say what you wanted to say.
On police bikes, you can have an MP5 or the SMG Mark II. That's the most realistic SMG you can have.
Tiger
And
has a
you're not able
question.
to shoot off the bike.
Alright, so for those of you who didn't hear, basically what Amberly said is, you can basically have an MP5, which in-game is the SMG Mark II, and you are not able to shoot it off the bike. This is basically your equivalent for a pump shotgun if you are using a police car. You gotta walk up to the bike and grab it off if you are on foot. You can't shoot it off the bike though, so can't exaggerate that enough. Anyway, moving forth, do we have any more questions?
Yeah.
Amberly, can I join your
Fucking
squad?
Q&A
Me,
here.
I
What's
do
up,
have one
Furious?
question.
This
That was
is
not
talking.
Furious.
This is just talking. My pump shotgun is Mark II and has special rounds on it. Can I just use my sawed off and RP it as a pump?
You may, cause, yeah.
Damn it, Frog, now he's getting us mixed up with each other.
Which guy?
You would like to
Gosh.
add? Go ahead. Oh, I should mention. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry to relevant.
I was actually just about to state that.
You cannot have a
cops-
mobile operations
Cops
center.
use it single fire, so if you are going to use a regular carbine rifle, I might mention, regular as opposed to the special carbine, I don't care if it's Mark II, just if you are going to use a carbine, but carbine rifle, it is a single shot, so you should be tapping the trigger, not holding it.
And I know what I can't have and I can't have. I'm not using my MOB. I'm using my car in the back of my MOB. Stop judging me.
Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. I think I'm gonna, not questions for now. If you do have any questions that are really killing you, then you can go to Amber Lard after the RP has started. With this said, yeah, I'm gonna move to cops and civs. Now, we have a session of 16 people. If you guys are looking and see 15 people, that's because one of us is AFK and will be back later. But, yeah, so basically, I'm gonna start us off with, 8 cops and 7 civs. And basically, alright, let's see.
Ross, 8 plus 8 is 16. And there's 16 people in the party.
Yes, I'm aware.
He
There's
literally
15
just
in the
said
lobby,
something about that.
meaning that literally just said that. Anyway, Amber. Fucking. Let's see. I'm gonna say that there can be 2 fire or EMS, 1 air 1, and 5 cops. That should work fine. Also, if there are gonna be motorcycle police, I'm allowing 2 maximum.
I have my flashlight out. I want to be a cop.
Anyway, if you want to volunteer to be a cop, because there's so many of you, I want you to message me in-game. Just message me, the word cop or police.
Lard,
What if I say 5-0?
Certified in Lard, leader MC.
Ew, it's American.
Okay, I will.
Certified in Lard, leader MC.
Alright, certified. You will be one of the cops. Lardman, you will be one of the cops.
Tappy, tell American to give me back my carrots.
American, give the man his carrots. Alright, again, if you want to volunteer to be a cop, message me.
We'll strike you if you don't give him his carrots.
Alright, Radiated, you are a cop.
Nope, I don't want him anymore.
American, I will strike you, give him back his carrots and moonshine.
Nope, I don't want him anymore.
Alright.
Nope.
Amber, are you gonna volunteer to be a cop?
Yes, I'm
Hey.
Well, why didn't you message me? Jesus. Alright.
Oh, well, I made the MC.
Oh. Oh yeah, by the way, if you are volunteering to be a cop, you should not be in an MC. Okay. Everybody's already in his fucking... Okay. By the way, Amber, can you invite me? Also, Alright. So, because barely any people volunteered, actually a lot of people volunteered, but because not everybody volunteered, I am going to be playing a fun little mini-game that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. I want you all to pull out your phones and prepare to text me. I don't care what you text me, but just keep in mind that the GTA filtration system does not allow some words. So, you know, make it Roblox friendly. With this said, I want you all to prepare to text me. And basically, how this is going to work is I'm going to have everybody, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, send. If anybody sends it before or after I say the word send, then you are going, then you are on, or sorry, if anybody sends it before I say the word send on that 3, 2, 1, go countdown, then, you know,
wait,
you're going to be a
press
cop.
R2,
also,
does it send it?
Yes. Now,
Okay. No?
fucking, now,
It does.
Basically,
okay, just send it,
the
you lied to me.
let's see, we've got 5 emergency services, meaning that the last 3 whose messages come through will become cops. With this said, I want everybody to... Okay, Day-Day, okay, Buzz,
Bro,
you
lied
both
to
just
me.
volunteered.
And me.
Well, too fucking
lied
bad,
to
you're
me.
gonna start off as a cop. Now,
You just lied to me.
I said that... I said
You
that
said
if you
it-
send it before I say,
if you wanna fix
before I
it,
do
you
the
said-
countdown,
I said if
you
you
are
press
volunteering
R2,
to be a
Just
cop.
stand and stick your middle
You said
finger
it
out.
wouldn't send if I pressed R2.
Oh my god, my ears hurt so bad.
Ross, I accidentally sent it. I was gonna.
Everybody,
Ross.
send the message.
Get out of the car.
Ross, I exited my, I meant to exit my messages and accidentally sent you it. Can you not count that as a message sent?
I'm gonna count it, just suck it up.
You
Alright,
just told
FaZe,
me
you're gonna
that
be
if I
my
pressed
last
R2,
cop.
didn't-
Oh wait, no. Yeah. Oh wait.
I
Hold on.
sent it and
That's
it's
the
not.
No,
same
Misty,
thing I
you're gonna be my
asked.
last